So we're going to quickly demonstrate how to set up a ball screw actuator powered by a stepper motor. You want to open the motor section first of the software. In our case, we already have the motor parameters found and saved to a file, so we're going to go ahead and open that and download it to the Titan. Once that, we can close it and go over to test drive. And you should be able to move, go ahead and enable first. And we'll jog in the negative direction. It's moving away from the motor, jog in the positive direction, moving towards the motor. We're going to go ahead and flip that around. Close the test drive and go over to configuration. In the position related parameters, we're going to change the motor direction to invert and download that. Then we can go back to test drive and make sure that's stuck, so we can go ahead and move in the positive direction. It's now moving away. Move in the negative direction. It's moving towards the motor, so that's looking good. Now we can go ahead and tune the actuator so it moves a little bit smoother. You can go to the tuning section of the software. You can see right now the motor parameters and the system parameters are identical for the inertia and friction. So we can go to auto detect to update that. First we'll want to set up the soft limits here. So we're going to go ahead and move all the way to the negative end. A bit faster. And we can reset that position to 0 and set that as the minus limit. Move to the positive end and set that as the positive limit. And go ahead and click that soft limit check. Move back towards the middle and then click the perform auto detection button. This will move the motor in some rapid motion to just make sure everything is secure. All right, once that's done, now you can see the old values here for the inertia and friction, as well as the new ones that were detected. You can see the difference now. Go ahead and apply those new values. We're going to want to run that again. The more you run this detection routine, the more accurate those values become. Go ahead and apply those as well, and we'll go ahead and run it one last time. All right, and we'll apply those last set of values here. Go ahead and move on and go back to the test drive. We'll want to disable those soft limits that we just enabled for the detection routine. And now we can move in the negative direction, in the positive direction. It's moving a little better now. It also has a pretty high gain on the motor right now. It's at roughly 80%, so we're going to reduce that to 60. You can see it's moving much quieter now. You can also demonstrate a quick standalone program. You'll be able to download this from the website. It's going to perform a hard stop homing routine. Once it hits that hard stop, it's going to stop and then do an index home in the opposite direction. Once it reaches the index on the encoder, it's going to set that position to 0 and use that as your home position. So go ahead and download that standalone program. Then we can run it. So now right now it's moving in the negative direction towards the hard stop. Hits that hard stop, and a little motion back in the other direction was the index home. Now it's just going to perform this little routine here back and forth. And that's how you quickly set up an actuator. Thanks.